What's up, guys? This is James and Dave with Blitzkrieg, and we wanted to talk to you today about our 2002 Silverado build, which we're calling Sicario.
So the Sakario truck, I mean, it started as an idea. The idea came around when me and James were talking one night of, we build these big, $200,000 builds, but what can we do for people that may not have that kind of budget? And so we decided to go in and get a Chevy and throw our mid-travel kit on it with some D relief springs and go out and check it out. Try to see what this thing can do, and we went out and had a blast with it.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I think what we started with was thinking $10,000. Like, what can a 16-year-old kid with a little bit of money from their parents, an 18-year-old kid who just started working, $10,000, can you get out in the desert and have fun? So we found the cheapest Silverado we could. This was a $2,000 truck that we found that someone was dumping. Obviously it's rough, but it runs and drives really strong. So $2,000 gets you a vehicle, and then we just started putting our parts on. So we have our mid-travel kit for the 9906. It's $3,000. You get a uniball conversion for the lower control arm. You get a fully fabricated spindle, which is what really separates our kit, I think, from everyone else. A lot of people run a stock spindle. With our fabricated spindle, you get a massive increase in geometry and performance. You get an upper control arm, and then a Bilstein bolt-in shock, and a new coil spring. So you get some height, you get some extra travel, vastly improved geometry and handling for $3,000. So that puts you at $5,000 for the kit. Shackle and hanger kit from us: 300 rear shackles, 300 front hanger, 300 rear hanger, some Bilsteins in the back and some limit straps, $5,300, and you've got a full suspension package bolted onto a $2,000 truck. Get your wheels and tires, find them used, get some methods, whatever you want, sub 10K, and you can get out and have a blast.
I think one of the biggest benefits of this whole build was the amount of time it took from the day we bought the truck to the day we actually hit the dirt with it.
Yeah, I think one week really. We took the truck out, tested it stock, almost died, and then came back, bolted it on.
We'll cut to those scenes right now.
Bolted the new suspension on, went back out the next Friday. Our mid-travel kit's almost always in stock. Devers are in stock, shackles and hangers are always in stock, and that's something you can grab and put on in, a day to a weekend if you're a little bit, first time putting a truck together. You can get all this in a weekend. Very minimal cutting, anything like that, and it gets you out there.
So I kind of want to talk about what our benefits are of our mid-travel kit and what we can do in the future, right? So one of the big things that we designed this kit for was it's modular. So after you're done with this mid-travel kit and you've ran this thing for a couple of years and you've saved up some more money and you're ready to make the jump to our full-blown long travel kit, I think is a big benefit because we get to reutilize that spindle, that upright, right?
And the spindle is the most important part of any of this. It's the most expensive part, which is why no one incorporates that into a mid-travel kit. It's the hardest one to build. It has the most expensive components. Your snout block is one of the most expensive things to material-wise to machine, and that's why most people skip it to try and cut costs. And having the spindle is so crucial to the performance of just the mid-travel, and then as a stepping stone to get you into our long travel kit. And our base long travel kit still utilizes the stock hub, which is a huge benefit for people because it's not another component you do need to buy. We do offer a race kit that'll take a 12 bolt, something like our race hub, but to get you going, reutilize that spindle, grab an upper and a lower and a tie rod, and now you're jumping into a long travel truck with 17 inches of travel and a huge jump in performance.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, the U182s, our next plan is to go to our long travel kit, plus we're going to run the bed cage in the back. So we're going to custom build a bed cage and run, a 3.0, 3.5 bypass in the rear to really make this truck perform.
Anything anyone wants. 2.5s were standard for the longest time in the bed cage. So someone, again, budget, you find some 2.5 16s on race desert, the U182s are going to work great. I mean, you can see in the video with the clips how well the back of this truck did with U182s and smoothie Bilsteins. Not even, a short OEM replacement style King shock. It was just a Bilstein that you can, grab for a couple $100. So you know, the stepping stone was something that we definitely wanted to incorporate when this mid-travel kit was designed, being able to reutilize the spindle, have your base rear package, U182 shackle and hanger. All of that stays. All you're doing is cutting the shock mounts, cutting the bed, and making a bed cage. So you're not buying anything super expensive that can no longer be utilized. That's why, you know, the uniball conversion for the lower control arm is nice. You don't have to buy a whole lower control arm for a mid-travel kit and then dump it.
So yeah, so we're starting our YouTube series here. We are going through and we're building, we're trying to showcase a lot more content, how we build the trucks, our product, and, you know, especially this mid-travel kit. So if you can, please go to our YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, as well as find us on Instagram and follow us on Instagram as well. It really helps and helps us be able to do these big builds and be able to finance them, because you know, we do this out of a kind of a kindness of our hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And you know, if this is successful, then we do this again. We pick another, you know, another vehicle from our, you know, product offerings and do something. So maybe even you guys tell us, hey, let's see your 9703 F-150. Let's see you guys build a Ranger. Let's do a beamed F-100. Any of the trucks that are maybe outside of the norm of all of the Raptors you see all the time, or the full pre-run or something like that. So, you know, if you guys like this, let's continue doing it. We're tossing around possibly selling this truck at the end, so we may build this and then offer it up if one of you guys want to grab one, and then you can get some of our stuff that you've seen us build. So we'd like to keep this going and keep putting this stuff out there for you guys.
Absolutely. So like, subscribe. Thank you.